For those who are just walking in at home and have not known what we've known for a couple of minutes now, Mamelodi Sundowns, once again, champions of the Betway Premiership, an 8th successive title. This after a 3-0 victory over Chippa United, a second 3-0 success against the Chile boys in just a week. And we're going to have a look at exactly how those goals were scored. It started nice and early, Bongani. In fact, within the 10 minutes, we already could see that the likes of Ikram Reyners were here to play.
Yeah, they were. And obviously, this is the perfect start, for many reasons. Just because obviously it's a bubbly pitch, and you obviously don't want the game to stay at 0-0 for way too long and get Chippa back in, get the crowd on side and so on. So, that's a way to sort of silence, the home team. But again, the defending here is just nowhere near where it's supposed to be. So many players, no one getting close, you're punished.
Yeah, that's going to be a prevailing theme throughout what we're watching right now. Off the bench comes the likes of Shalulile and Artur Sales. Muzo Sales makes an instant.
I think there was a mistake. Whenever Silas plays as an out-and-out number 9, you don't get this type of performance. But when he plays a little bit deeper, he's a different type of player. He's got so much danger in him. He's got an eye for goal. But yes, the goal he scores is a great goal, but the goalkeeper coach has to ask himself questions as Chippa United. Where were you going? Why is the near post so open?
Yeah, well, if he was asking questions with that, what does he do here?
Here? Then the coach warms up the goalkeeper on the bench.
Precisely what he did.
And this is really, I can't explain the type of mistakes that he made, but to be fair, even the number 1 and the captain has made such mistakes this season. You ask yourself if the goalkeeping department had made less mistakes this season. Look at the number of mistakes that Mwabali made this season. Look at the mistakes that he is making when given an opportunity. If you take away all of those mistakes, Bombs, Chippa United are a top 8 team, barring those mistakes. And that's the season that they've had. They've just made too many mistakes at wrong times in games this season.
Okay, what we've just seen is that Artur Sales, with that brace, that's 3 goals and 3 assists, 6 goal involvements in his last 4 games. And this is arguably their 4th choice attacker.
An embarrassment of riches. I mean, how many seasons are they going to be saying the same thing?
Yeah.
But they keep achieving the same type of success. So, well earned, well deserved. I think when you look at that goal, let's be honest, that's the pitch working against Chippa. I think that little bubble, it was crossing it. And then now the little bubble obviously comes off the side of your foot, top corner in the net, and that advantage has not fallen to you as Chippa. So, again, when you used to operating at such a high level and you've sacrificed so much and so much work goes into your game, that's the type of luck that you do get. I mean, it's fully deserved. When you look at that goal, and for me, it's the most normal thing to happen for a side like Sundowns because of the load, because of just the expectation that's put on them. And another thing, sorry, this is just obviously just a side note.
Yeah.
If you had looked at the end when we were showing the Sundowns players, did you see them all drinking shakes on the field? Imagine. That shows big club. Big club. We need to recover. The best time to recover is straight after playing. Get something into your system. Your body absorbs it much more quicker. You recover faster because of the load of games that they play. So this is not just about the players, but the backroom staff, the support, the knowledge, the nutrition. So many things go into this success for a club this big, this size, with so much expectation to keep on being successful. There are so many things that need to come right, and I love the fact that we can see stuff like that and talk about it, because a lot of people don't realize the nitty-gritties that come into play when you have to perform at that level week in, week out.
And a lot of people might not know that a team like Mamelodi Sundowns, they don't train a lot. It's all about regen and recovery. It's all about the strength and conditioning department, the medical department. Nutrition becomes key to say, what do you intake? What do you put inside your body? What are you eating? What are you taking to recover?
Yeah.
When do you recover? You find teams like Mamelodi Sundowns, you find teams like Orlando Pirates. after the game is at 3, it finishes at 6. These guys leave the stadium at 8, 9 o'clock because there's regen and recovery that are done immediately after the game. The supplements that they take, the shake that we see them having there after the game. That is the level that you need to be at to be able to compete on the continent. That is the level you need to be at. It's for any young players watching to say, Mamela, boy, you cannot eat well when you're at the club. And when you have to prepare your own meal at home, you're going to fast food. It's putting the wrong stuff in your body, and it's going to count against you somewhere in your career.
So then, we are going to continue with the applause for Mamelodi Sundowns here in studio. As we do that, we rejoin the party at the Buffalo City Stadium. Where is Miss Party?
Beautiful evening, Ikram, and what a way to do it. 8 league titles in a row. Masanda wana 7 Bezulu.
For me, it was a good opportunity, good environment, good players always supporting me. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a champion. Many more to come.
Let's talk about how this particular team elevated your game.
For me, it's all about helping the team, getting goals, getting on the score sheet week in, week out. To be a champion, to get goals, it's a good moment for me.
Anything you'd like to say to the Masandawana faithfuls?
I just want to tell the Masandawana supporters, keep on supporting us. Big games coming up, Champions League be behind us, and I'm happy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Follow me, come. Wait, Tashreeq, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
How do you feel? League champion, you joined this team already, well-oiled machine, but you forced your way into the starting 11.
It's very difficult just to force yourself in. You have to, go with the train as the guys say. But if you work out, they guide you and they help you to get on the train and to get into the 11.
It's one thing playing in a good team. It's another thing playing in a team surrounded by superstars.
100%. The competition very high, but we are a team and we help each other to keep each other at the highest level.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's go get more players. Let's see who we can get. Let's try and steal a few faces. Let's go. Aubrey, how are you feeling? Come. Champions. This team, every season, evolves to even being a better team.
We want to win every competition, and I'm just excited. The 5th one for me and my guy here. Say that. No, it's shy.
Come here, I want to talk to someone special. Happy birthday! How are you feeling about to see your birthday in front of a packed stadium, and of course, a league title to add on top of that?
I'm feeling amazing. I think the team give me a good gift with the 3 points. So I'd like to thank each and everyone in our team.
It is Batusi almost his birthday, yes, coach. Yes. Okay, coach, let's go get it. Come.
I promise, Miss Lerato, that you will dance because it's your birthday.
Yes. Let's go. Thank you so much. Let's get more reaction. Grand Kekana joins me now. Grand Waza. Waza. No, but already interviewed already. No, it's fine. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Why do you need Aubrey?
As you know, the Zera boys no longer exist, so we're starting a new crew.
How was the transition like when you look at this team this season to still maintain the same level and do one better when you look at the records that were broken this season?
Yeah, I think it's just the mentality. Our mentality hasn't changed since the day we arrived. We understand that it's heavy to wear the Sundowns jersey. It's not everyone who comes here and is able to do the business, but we came here with the right mentality from day one, and we haven't dropped the standards. It's not about us dropping the standards. Other teams have to catch up. We've set the bar very high. We keep continuing to improve each and every season, and we can be glad with what we did in the league. Still one more game to go, still another record to break, and obviously we'll be looking to achieve that feat.
ke tseba wena o ngwana wa me ankele a ko ba bele ko Mamelodi ba go sherile Lucas come closer come at the moment come at the man no translator
What translate for us in Spanish? What is it?
Come, I wanted to talk about another key playing position in Mamelodi Sundowns. It's the goalkeeping department. And this season, it was solid. Runway, please join me. Onyango, don't leave. Come. Runway, why did you even come? No, yes, you.
Are we live?
We're live on your World of Champions.
Oh, yes.
And people at home saw you trying to walk away. A league champion trying to walk away.
It's late for me, man. I'm old now. I know, so proud. Happy, what a moment for the club, for the team, for the players as well, even for the supporters. Amazing, so many people doubted us. But I said, the beginning of the season, on the World of Champions, I said, good luck. And good luck to them who think that it's not going to be our season. I know, and I see on a day-to-day basis, the effort, the desire that we put in, and the sacrifices that we make as well. So I'm just proud to be part of this amazing team. If you want to win the league and cups, come to Sundowns. Come here. Come here. That's the word of the day. If you want to win cups, come here.
Dennis, intense rivalry in that goalkeeping department, but every time Ronan wasn't there, you were able to then step up and help the team. Let's talk about the solidarity when it comes to the goalkeeping department in Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, when we have to come in for Ronza, we have to do like the way he left it. If he left it clean, we must leave it clean because we have to complement each other, and that's the most important part because it mustn't feel like there's someone missing because we are a team. Whoever is playing must give his best, and that has been happening. When Jody comes in, he gives the performance. When Riyad gets the opportunity, he plays. When Sanele plays, so when we work together, we become stronger, and that's what has been happening the whole season.
Jody, the league is won in May, not February. How do you feel?
Obviously, I'm very happy to win my third title. Like Ronza said, it's every day, it's hard work, it's difficult to do this. And we've done it 8 times in a row. I mean, that should be testament of all the hard work we've been doing. So, long may it continue, and this is for you, Masandowana.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Before I wrap up the interview, I think there's one person I still like to talk to, and that is their coach at Mamelodi Sundowns, Coach Steve Kompela, assistant coach Miguel Cardoso. Coach, this team went through so much this season, but to be crowned champions again, unprecedented when you look at the number of titles that they've won, but also in the way that they do it.
I think we wish to thank everyone who has given us support. The president of this club, the chairman, the support we're getting from the supporters, the board of directors. And I think one has to be gracious enough to also look back at the competitors. I think one has to go back and say to Orlando Pirates, they've given us a hell of a good run until now. And that compliment must be given to them and the rest of the other teams in the Premier League. And the brand itself, Premier League, is quite impeccable. And we can only take it from there. Now, when you zoom into Mamelodi Sundowns and the supporters, somebody was asking me, Steve, I don't even know. I left Mamelodi Sundowns, got back, I don't know what number is this. Our fitness coach was saying to me when I asked him, to me, in as much as it is very important, but it is not the most important thing in life. The most important is the lives that we change. And we're also trying our best to subscribe to the values of this institution, the values of this family. You know, when you look at the shed, it's written Ubuntu Ubuntu. Those are called human values. And when you subscribe yourself to those, in as much as out there, maybe in institutions of learning and all that, people are taught about them, we have to practice them here. So we at Sundowns always try to go very close to the core human values of compassion.
I'm going to do finishing at home.
You couldn't score today, so you must continue.
Hey, but we won. It's okay. It's okay.
Where is it going to fit at home?
In my background, in my backyard.
Do you have targets as well? Because today you needed quite a few to then top the top goal scorer in the PSL.
I'm taking it to make my skills very nice for Champions League.
To practice?
Yes.
And what number is this? How many medals have you had now? This number?
Number 5.
May God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Go to your boss, please. So as I was trying to say, it is very important for us to subscribe to the values of this institution. Football is not only a game played for purposes of win, draw, and win, but it is played for purposes of improving people's lives and having a social impact. That football should be an institution that says to people, you can have these values of Ubuntu, compassion, and all that. We visited a kid like Eastern Cape. The boy is suffering from cancer. And the message he had, he said he requested for Tebogo's short and without shirt. And we have to go there. And what he said, the feedback he gave, he said he was extremely proud and it touched his heart. And when we prayed for him, the guy could speak both Xhosa and Sesotho, and a youngster. So if you touch people's lives in that manner, trophies and all that are just glitz and glamour that you can have a look at and appreciate. But what you cannot change is how you affect others in terms of getting closer to them, touching their hearts and giving them a better life. We are so privileged to be here, and it is an honor and a great pleasure. Let me go!
Mamelodi Sundowns champions of the 2025 season in the Betway Premiership. The celebrations continue at Buffalo City Stadium. Goodbye.
A big thank you to Ms. Pati Lerato Paco all the way out at the Buffalo City Stadium. Those celebrations, one does imagine, will go on all the way through to the weekend. They still have one more game before their domestic assignments come to an end. Thereafter, they've got the CAF Champions League final over 2 legs to focus on. Now I want to focus on something that Roland Williams mentioned during that particular interview, and it goes back to an interview I had with him just after that period where there were a couple of hiccups when it comes to the MTN8. They were knocked out of that competition, and there were serious doubts about this Mamelodi Sundowns team and their ability to elevate themselves back to the standards we've come to expect. Since then, their response has been absolutely brilliant.
It has, and obviously, the one thing about football, and you heard it mentioned it before, the game will always test you in terms of basically, can you handle the pressures that come with it? It's almost like you start your career and you're unknown and you work your way to the top.
Yeah.
But once you get to the top, that's when the real challenge comes in, because remaining at that level is where the magic lies.
Yeah.
That is the secret to the longevity in terms of your career. Getting there is the least most complicated process, believe it or not. So for someone like him, who has had such a long journey within football, I mean, he's a proper experienced pro, who has seen a lot of things happen. That is a man that's perfectly positioned to obviously see the cues of success within the game of football. And because he's in such an influential position, being a goalkeeper, he sees the whole game, being a leader, the character that he has. For the most part, he controls the variables. So when he says, listen, I hear what you guys are saying, you're criticizing us, but I'm here to tell you, this is not going to last long. And believe me when I say this, that is because that is a man that is a proven champion, that is a proven professional. Now, I want to break down what the word professional means in terms of football. That's a man that's always on time, always early, always shows up when he needs to show up. You play, even when you don't feel like playing, you still perform, you still show up. And that's the magic of your journey towards being a top-class player, which is what he finds himself currently. So to see him now as a man, because I've known him since he was very, very young, to see him as a man, to speak in that, the belief that he has, it is contagious. Trust me, it is contagious. And that's what you see filter through this whole Sundowns team. And that's how you build a culture within a club and a certain mentality where you become next to impossible to beat.
His answer to the question that I did pose to him back then was good luck to them. That's literally what he said. To those who had doubts, good luck to them. The other thing that Coach Steve has just finished saying, Muzo, is, and I felt that was really, really wonderful of them, to give credit to the team that challenged them the most, because this Mamelodi Sundowns team, perhaps separate from last season, was thoroughly challenged for the majority of the campaign.
I think I'll go back to playing days, because when you're still playing, if the person you're fighting for a position is not challenging you enough, you don't get better. Now, Orlando Pirates have challenged Mamelodi Sundowns so much this season to even benefit themselves. To say Mamelodi Sundowns have broken the goals record because of the pressure of an Orlando Pirates that was challenging them. Mamelodi Sundowns is breaking the records for points because of the pressure that they've gotten. I think this Mamelodi Sundowns squad, I think this is one of the seasons that they were really pushed, and they really felt it in the camp. But on the other side of Orlando Pirates, it's good to see a top professional like Coach Steve Kompela, who has been around, who has been at the likes of Kaizer Chiefs, who has been at the national team, and understands to say the men you're competing against or the team that you're competing against can only make you better. For me, I'm looking at the points gap to say, okay, the points gap, Mamelodi Sundowns won the league a while ago in the previous season. In this season, we're still waiting, and mathematically we'll say, now you're looking at Orlando Pirates, I think they've got 2 games in hand of Mamelodi Sundowns, or 3 games in hand, and you're looking at the points being 15. Now, you have to go from position 2 to 1, it's 15 points, I think, around. Then you go from position 3 to 2, it's around 10 points gap, and Orlando Pirates still have games in hand. It says a lot about the gap between 1 and 2 and the rest of the teams. And these are teams that did well even on the continent to get even to the semi-final. I hope that next season, Pirates with a new coach will have the same energy, will the new coach coming in destabilize the camp in any way. But Mamelodi Sundowns has got the advantage now to be able to have the consistency with the same coach now that came in when the season has started. He's got an opportunity to start pre-season and build for himself.
It all boils down to what we expect to be a wonderful pre-season, wonderful off-season, followed by the pre-season, and of course building up to the start of the new campaign. For the time being, though, we have to celebrate Mamelodi Sundowns because for the 8th successive time, 15th time in the PSL era, they are the champions of the land. And they're doing it this time with a single game to go. They'll be playing that particular game on Sunday, the day after all the other teams are in action at the very same time. That is on Saturday. And of course, all the champions will be covering the majority of those games, including the likes of Orlando Pirates in action, the likes of Kaizer Chiefs as well. Will be watching and keeping a close eye on all those ties from Saturday. Let's quickly just confirm those fixtures for you then. Starting from 1500 hours, all kicking off at the same time. Pirates at home against TS Galaxy. Chiefs are traveling to Chippa United, and all the other teams that are also going to be in action. We'll see all of you then on the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, as Sundowns bring an end to their campaign at home against Mamelodi. All about celebration then come the 18th of May. So then, having a look yet again, Saturday, this is what the fixtures in confirmation. Golden Arrows up against Richards Bay, Polokwane City up against Cape Town City, Gallants taking on Chippa United, Stellies at home against SuperSport United, and we're looking at those, Bongani, because there's still a number of teams who have got a number of question marks that they need to attend to before the campaign comes to an end.
A lot of work to be done. Richards Bay, Golden Arrows, that is a final. As Chippa, Rumo Gallants Chippa, final as well. So there's still some good games to watch. I know we've already crowned the champions, but there's a lot happening in that mid-table and certainly down below. So, yeah, some interesting action in the weekend. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. You working?
I think a big congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns just to round it off.
Yes,
but for me, I'm looking at the top 8 spot. I'm looking at Chippa Chiefs. It's a game to watch for the weekend. I'm looking at Rumo Gallants versus Chippa United. Those are the 2 games to watch for me. Obviously, Chippa wants to go to that comfort spot. Chiefs wants to get into the top 8. Rumo Gallants and Chippa are also looking for that place. These are 3 teams that are on 30 points. Goal difference will be key.
Goal difference will certainly be key. And remember, at the top of the show, Khumuza did start to ask Chippa United if they can actually start managing how many goals they concede. It's -3 yet again after being beaten by Mamelodi Sundowns. On a night where, for an 8th successive time, Mamelodi Sundowns were crowned champions of the land. The number 8 signifies balance, it signifies abundance, and it signifies success. Mamelodi Sundowns, class of 24-25, have achieved that and then some. And for it, they are champions of the Betway Premiership. We'll see you on the weekend.